Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, October 4th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Happy Monday. Another gorgeous weekend out, but I tell you, I have to admit that my butt is a little bit sore after riding that Lifeline 100 bike ride yesterday. But it is all for charity and a good cause. If you want to ride it next year, October 2nd is the date that you want to put on your calendar for 2022. But alas, it is Monday, so let's get into the news, shall we? Let's just say that Annapolis High had a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad week last week. It started off with a stabbing on Wednesday, and then on Friday, one of their special education teachers was arrested for having a sexual relationship with a former student. The initial report was made in July, and after an investigation, the Anne Arundel County Police believed that the suspect, a 41-year-old female from Arnold, who had been employed at the school since 2015, took part in several sexual encounters with the student at an off-campus location. She was arrested Friday afternoon without incident and released on her own recognizance. The victim is now 17 years old and has left the school and resides out of state. It's not clear if the student was a student of hers or just a student in the school. In more yucky news, the Maryland State Police arrested a 25-year-old Randallstown man for soliciting sex from what he thought was an underage boy. The trooper was posing as a 15-year-old male online, and the suspect took the bait. They arranged a meeting at the Arundel Mills Mall in Hanover, and when the suspect showed up on Friday looking for a 15-year-old boy, he found several very adult state troopers instead. He was charged with sexual solicitation of a minor and is currently being held on a no-bond status. Politics, never a dull moment. Ward 4 candidate Toni Strong-Pratt has asked for a recount of her race. You will recall that she lost by only 5 votes, and the cost of the recount is borne by Pratt. And to be honest with you, 5 votes, I think anyone would ask for a recount. This is supposed to happen tomorrow, so stay tuned. That race may change yet again, and we're churning away at our podcast with all of the candidates and plan to release them all en masse at the same time, likely the early part of the week of October 25th. Congratulations to Ada Harding and John Hooker. Who are they, you might ask? Well, they are 2 finalists in the National Merit Scholarship Competition. Harding is a senior at Arundel and Hooker is a senior at South River. They were selected out of a pool of about 16,000 nationwide, and in the end, 7,500 scholarships will be doled out in February, amounting to $30 million. And if my math is correct, now this is the old math, not the new math they're teaching in school now, and all things being equal, that's $4,000 a pop. And we can't let a day go by without a bus update. Currently, we're showing 14 routes that are delayed or canceled. So as usual, you want to check aacps.org/buses to be sure that big yellow vehicle will be coming to a stop near you. Boy, did the midshipmen need that win on Saturday against UCF, and they did it in dramatic fashion. Navy never had a lead, and with less than 10 minutes to play in the game, they came back trailing UCF by 3 points, 27-30. A UCF fumble allowed the Mids to grab a touchdown and an extra point and the lead, bringing it up to 34-30 with 3 minutes to play. UCF in their last drive was domineering and charging down the field. They definitely got into the red zone. They looked like they were going to score when they drew a pair of penalties, bringing them back, and ended up turning it over on downs right near the goal line. With less than a minute to play, Navy took a pair of knees and chalked up their first win of the season. Up next, it's SMU on Saturday right here in Annapolis at 3:30 p.m. If this is a repeat, I apologize, but it is worth repeating. I know we talked about this on our All Annapolis Facebook page, but RAR Brewing is coming to West Annapolis. They are taking over and renovating the former Mexican Cafe/Northwood spot, and it will be a tap room and restaurant, and they're first out of their hometown of Cambridge. RAR is the 5th largest brewer in Maryland. And speaking of new restaurants, stay tuned. Hopefully, I will be allowed to spill the beans on 9 new businesses and restaurants coming soon to the Annapolis Town Center. Hoping I can let you know by the end of the week, so you want to make sure you keep listening. As we start to wrap it up, just a reminder that the Annapolis Boat Shows are here. The Power Boat Show rolls into town this Thursday and runs for 4 days. The Sailboat Show starts next Thursday, the 14th, and rolls for 5 days, ending on the 18th. Tickets are available now at AnnapolisBoatShows.com, and I do recommend that you get them in advance. It's going to be a lot easier if you do that. But you also want to check out the bonus pod that we dropped on Friday with Sheila from the Boat Shows and Aaron and Mark, who are two exhibitors that are going to be at the Boat Shows. Finally, I hope you caught the local business spotlight we dropped on Saturday with Scott from Challenge Virtual Escape Room in Glen Burnie. That was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get up there and try that out for a full experience. And up next week is Dr. Josh Funk from Rehab to perform. Don't forget, tomorrow is Ticket Tuesday, and Laura from Rams Head hooked me up. I think we may have shamed her last week, but we do have 8 upcoming shows, and this week we're going to give the winner a chance to pick their show from that list. So you want to make sure you tune in tomorrow for Ticket Tuesday. All right, that's it for the news, but first a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and MacMedics. Alrighty, it is Monday, and Anne Alsina from Covington Alsina is here with your Monday Money Report, and as always, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Going through a real estate home sale or purchase is a very personal and sometimes stressful experience. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I are committed to working with people both buying and selling homes in all price points. Whether it's giving you a competitive edge while buying a home or negotiating the best price and terms while selling your home, we always have our clients' best interest at heart. Our goal is to provide exceptional service so that you will recommend us to your friends and family over and over again. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, October 4th. It was a very nice weather weekend across the Annapolis region, but the majority of this upcoming week will be marked by clouds and elevated rain chances. Look for highs this week to be in the mid to upper 70s each day, with a chance of showers and storms basically on a daily basis, starting with rain chances beginning to go up today in the PM hours and then lasting each day into the weekend as we see a frontal boundary impacting the East Coast, followed by a potential low-pressure system later in the week, potentially tropical in nature, though impacts here would mainly be clouds and some rain. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, as well as on our app under DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And one thing to note, our website is currently offline, but will be back up shortly with a slightly different URL. So stay tuned for updates on that. But until then, stay tuned to social media and our app, along with updates on the Daily News Brief, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Anne Alsina, a financial planner from Covington Alsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Anne Alsina of Covington Alsina with your Monday Money Report. September ended as the worst month for the market since March of 2020, with a drop of 4.8% for the month and down 5.1% from the market high set on September 2nd. Even with that, the S&P eked out a positive quarter, up 0.2% for its sixth consecutive quarter of gains. Friday saw a turn, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average up over 1% and the S&P increasing as well. Taking a longer-term look at things, the S&P 500 is still up about 15% for the year, even with the drop in September. And markets remain concerned about inflation, the pending debt ceiling resolution, and supply chain issues. The Federal Reserve Bank has indicated they will begin reducing or tapering bond purchases in the fourth quarter. On Friday, the FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid, opened online. If you have a high school senior or college student, now is the time to gather your information and apply. The application for financial aid does not consider the higher cost of living in this area, which means that many families may not qualify for need-based aid. The FAFSA is also used as a first step at many schools for merit aid, or scholarships based on your students' grades, test scores, and extracurricular activities, which means everyone with a college student should complete the FAFSA, regardless of income. More select private schools may also require the CSS profile, or College Scholarship Service profile, in addition to the FAFSA. Aid is first come, first served, so you should complete the form as soon as you can. This is the last year where only the custodial parent needs to complete the form. Starting in 2022, both parents will need to share their income before aid is calculated. October is Financial Planning Month. Your action to take this week is to update your plan. Don't have one? Ask your advisor to develop one for you. And if you have a 401k at work, your plan sponsor may also provide financial education and planning. We have a variety of calculators and other resources, including a full slate of educational events, on our website at covingtonalsina.com. Be sure to check out our Facebook page for more information. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Covington Alsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in the show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Anne Alsina with Covington Alsina.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.